Now look, I ain't came to y'all with a Destination Smokehouse video in a minute because I'm gonna be serious. They were quiet over there. They've been pretty quiet over there. But Nick, he can't be quiet for far too long. So Nick done came through. He done came out. And you know what? He tried to seek his revenge, y'all. He tried to seek the revenge on the black community because he said we came between him and Mr. Tendernism. Oh man, Nick was so mad. Nick was so mad. He is desperately trying to rebrand Destination Smokehouse. I mean, dude said he was done with tendernism, said he was going to give up the trademark. Oh, we about to get into that. We about to get into all of that today. So if you interested in that, be sure to keep on watching. So y'all, this Nick interview, Nick came out of nowhere and dropped an interview on our head tops where he was making all kinds of random allegations against Walter, against Mr. Tendernism. It is real clear to me after watching that interview that Nick woke up that morning. He said, oh, all that stuff y'all been talking, black community, all y'all stuff y'all been talking on them mics. I know he was talking about me. He said, I'm about to come and address y'all. And I did not ever think he was going to take this angle in which he decided that he was going to drag Walter up and down this interview coast. He said, I'm going to go to a black podcaster and a black podcasting network, and I am going to drag this black man. There was so many moments in this interview where I was just like, ooh, you said that. And it was given, a lot of the narratives was given that he had been looking on social media and seeing the weird stuff y'all have been saying about Walter. And he came back and gave it all of us to us in a hour-long interview. Let's get into one of the first things he addressed was the Mr. Tendernism being fired situation. He basically said that's cap. That Mr. Tendernism was not fired, but that Walter decided to leave. But my only thing, and this is kind of where his narrative starts to unravel and start to backfire, really at the beginning. Because he sets this whole thing up by going in about how Walter is paid as if he is a owner. All these like weird things as if he is this. No, Walter was what Walter was. And it seems like this whole interview, you was trying to reshape the narrative. I will tell you this. Nick mentioned narratives and being able to control a narrative multiple times. I'm really thinking he might have finally went to go talk to that PR consultant that I said that he needs to go talk to. Because this whole interview was giving that he is trying to reshape the narrative and retell us history. Because suddenly, we, the black community, is the reason why Walter left. Not because Nick fired Walter. And this is the crazy part because Nick says, oh, he didn't fire Walter, but he says that he told Walter that he could not see how Mr. Tendernism can go and do all the things he's telling him he wants to do and still do his current position. But the odd thing about this whole sentiment is that in the same breath, Nick is also trying to downplay everything that Walter has ever contributed to that business. He's basically trying to say that Walter was just the social media guy. Like, he literally called him the social media guy, which we all know that is a crock of poo, because Walter called social media a broadcast, a media broadcast, or some mess like that, as if it was a news station. Come on now. That is not the media guy. Yes, y'all put him on social media because he has a natural personality. But the reality is, you have been going up and down North America for the last several years talking about how Walter is the pit master. But now all of a sudden, Walter wasn't touching a spoon, a knife, a fork, or nothing. He wasn't doing nothing. None of the cooking. All the cooking was done by you. That apparently you have this pit master who apparently knows all this about barbecuing. But y'all decided to take on a barbecue style he knew nothing about. Come on now. Do you think Boo Boo the Fool is painted on my forehead? You must think under this cap must be Boo Boo the Fool. Because who do you think I am? That you couldn't have thought that one was going to work for you. And it's pretty clear by looking at a lot of the comments, all of this has backfired. All of this is backfired. I'm not going to go through every single last comment, but as you can see, they are clowning him. Okay? No one cares about anything that you're trying to say right now, because we all know it's a crock of poo. It's all because you just want to get back in the good graces of the Black community. You want our dollars back, and you see this Asian boycott. You see how the Black community is shut it down. We're not playing those games anymore. Destination Smokehouse. And you see it. So that's why you took yourself to the Black Effect Podcast Network. The Black Effect Podcast Network. You went and talked to somebody too who openly discusses race and all these kind of things, and when it has to do with business relations, you were strategic about the person that you sat down with. And I see it. Let's get into some other narratives that you tried to spin, such as the trademark situation. You tried to say that you're giving up your trademark application. So let's see. He says he's giving up his trademark application, but let me see, because we can look it up here, Nicholas. Because Nick tried to give us this whole, I'm sorry, my laptop is trying to load, but he tried to give us this whole talk through in which he said that he didn't go behind Walter's back and apply for the trademark, that Walter knew everything that was happening. And supposedly somebody else applied for the trademark before him, and Walter asked him, blah, 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 a whole bunch of crock pooey. Okay? But he claims that he ain't trying to get the trademark like that, and that he's supposed to respond to something, and that he's going to let go of the trademark. I did look earlier at the time when I had watched the interview and looked to see and know the application was still active. But I did notice that one of the trademark applications by the Connie person, that woman who we are all kind of like, what you applying for? The skeptical about. So she no longer has her application. But let's check to see. All right. So from what I can see, it looks like that application has not been abandoned yet. That application is very much so still open. So Nick, you got some explaining to do. We're gonna give you about a good 2 months, okay? We're gonna circle back on this conversation and see what's going on with that application, since you said Tendernism is dead. You don't care about that no more, and that's not what it is about no more. What he said y'all trying to get the perfect ring around your brisket. He said he don't need the falling off the bone no more. What he said, because it's bite through. It's a rebrand. It's a remix. Freaking. But you see how I kind of already touched on it, but we really need to get into it. Because I've been talking about this boycott stuff a whole lot. So we need to get into how he clearly is trying to appease to the Black community and get that Black dollar. Clearly, you went to the Black Effect Podcast Network in front of a black man to do this interview, in which you wanted to make it clear. It was clear that you wanted to make it appear that you are not racist. Nick is not a racist, y'all. And he says no, it wasn't because he was trying to pay Mr. Tendernism pennies on the dollar. Because Mr. Tendernism already told us why he left. He said he wanted a real cut of what it was. And you was trying to give him a cut of something, but it wasn't what he wanted. And you kept saying, I wonder why he just wouldn't sign. He just wouldn't sign because he didn't like the deal, Nick. How hard is it for you to comprehend that the reason why he didn't want to sign that paperwork because he didn't like what you was showing him? So you're trying to tell us, oh, you were paying him like an owner. He got paid the most out of everybody, but then in the same breath trying to say he was worthless and he didn't do nothing. He was the social media guy. You're a liar, Nick. You watch a lot of content. You consume. It was very clear after watching this interview that you consume a lot of content, and a lot of content that is about you, and I get it. You're a human being. If people have my business all across social media, I'm watching every video. I'm looking at the comments, so I get it. So I know you're probably going to watch this video too, Nick. We don't like you. No, but for real, Nick, I want to remind you of these comments, okay? I want to remind you of these comments. People are laughing at you. Because at this point, it becomes desperately clear that you just don't get it. And, you know, it's okay. Because you can go around trying to say how disappointed you are in Mr. Tendernism for not sticking up for you and your family because you felt like you guys were so close. But there were so many moments where you showed us that you were not deserving of that. You made it clear that you might talk to Walter in ways that might not look well. Well, you know what? When you talk to people in ways like that, even though that you might have did something good for them, they still might not really mess with you like that because of the things that you said about them, okay? And I know it's hard sometimes for narcissists and people like yourself to kind of understand that point, but I hope that you get it. Before I go, we need to shout out somebody that gave the channel a super thanks. Yes, we got another super thanks, y'all, and it was from the big Zoe. Big Zoe in the motherfucking building. What's good, Big Zoe? What it is has tips off to you. Thank you for blessing your girl with a little bit of coins, with a little bit of dollars. You know, content creators gotta look out for one another. With all this Lupe fiasco stuff going on, thank you. It's just a reminder that content creators got to stand together. We got to look out for one another. And you don't know how much that meant to me because I watch your content almost every single day. I know you already know because you know I'm in your Discord and stuff like that. You know I'm be up in that shit. Like, but no. Hey, yo, no, I be wilding on Discord sometimes, guys. So follow me around on Discord. Come see what your girl's about. Come see what I'm on. Like, what's that chili? What it is? What did it do? What's up? And if you like this video, you'll most certainly like this one. And until next time, stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay black. This is Jade, and you're watching Get Into the Black. Bye-bye.